Are you giving your all to your call? I believe God's given a call on your life, that He's given you a place to love people and reach them with the love of Jesus Christ. Are you giving your all into that? Let's talk about it today. This week in my devotions, I found myself getting into the book of 1 Thessalonians, where Paul is writing to the church of Thessalonica. And as he opens up, he begins this conversation. And in verse 4, he says, "For we know, brothers, loved by God, that He has chosen you, because our gospel came to you not only in word, but also in power and in the Holy Spirit and with full conviction." You know what kind of men we prove to be for your sake. And it just caused me to ponder today, what's your call? What's God calling you to do? God gave a very clear call to Paul, that he was supposed to go and represent Him, that he would be a disciple maker, that he would be someone who would go to these places that were unreached groups of people, and he would share the gospel of Jesus Christ. And as he did that, he did not just come in one way. He didn't just come and share these words, but he came in lifestyle. He came and let it in. He came and showed it with his whole life. He came believing it with everything that he has, because that's required if we're going to live as an example before people, as a lifestyle before people. We've got to have this full conviction that this is what I believe. And that filters in through our different actions, through our different words. And so we've got to, number one, we've got to know what we believe. But he also says we didn't just come in word, we also came in power and in the Holy Spirit with our conviction. So let's consider this in a couple of different ways. Number one, there is a specific call on your life. Just like there was a specific call on Paul's life, God has placed you in a specific place. He's calling you to a specific place. And wherever that may be, maybe it's a high school, maybe you're a student, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you work in a bank, maybe you work in a grocery store, maybe you don't work at all, maybe you're at home, maybe you've got neighbors, maybe you've got family. Listen, there is a level of influence that God has placed you in. And with that influence, God's calling you to, the word that I like to use is steward it well. As a steward, we recognize that God's placed things into our hand, and we get to ask Him, what do you want me to do with this? How do I love the people right where I'm at? How do I help people walk with Jesus? And that's the second part of it, because God's placed you somewhere, but He's also given you a great mission. And the good news is it's not just a mission that we have to fulfill ourselves, but it's actually a great co-mission. That means to do it with. We get to do this mission with Jesus, with His Holy Spirit, with His power and encouragement and leadership in our life. And so this great mission that He's given us is to go and make disciples. That means go and help people to take steps with Jesus. Wherever you're at, this is your call. And we're not called just to do it with word, but we're called to do it in the power of God, because the same power that we see displayed in the Bible is the same power that God is able to work in and through us. So let's go with that full conviction today. You've got an influence. Let's walk in it and hold it and steward it in power and full conviction in the Holy Spirit. I love you. Have a great day.